everybody, this is DJ the Money Coach coming at you. Guess what? 1 year ago, we came on Ericka Williams' Classy Climb, and over 80 people in less than 72 hours invested in our Family Finance 101 course. And over the past 12 months, thousands of people have come through a variety of exclusive programs on the Ericka Williams platform. And you know what we want to do? We want to thank you and reward you for actually participating in the programs to get yourself consumer debt free, increase your credit score to 800, invest in business, real estate, and leverage the tax laws. And the only way to do that is give you a live webinar. That's right, the Weatherproof Yourself to Wealth webinar that will prevent the winter from coming in your house. In addition to that, I'm going to give you my brand new book that's launching next week. In addition to that, we're going to give you a free ticket to the lucky winner to the actual conference. In addition to that, bonus, I'm going to give you a complimentary consultation with DJ the Money Coach, Melvin Hobson, our registered investment advisor, and James Lane, our CPA, who's done over billions of dollars of certified audit-proof tax returns and help people pay zero taxes on dividend distributions and $80,000 or less profits. Would you like to take advantage of that? Absolutely. And guess what? You'll get over $10,000 worth of services and products for less than $200. That's right. But that's for the first 25 people to hit this link right now, and you can come join us live in the webinar and enjoy a pom-pom lifestyle with DJ the Money Coach. I'll see you soon in the webinar. Hit that link below.
Toledo Organic Tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth, it's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo Organic Tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase. Now, let's start the show.
Good afternoon and welcome to Bet on Black, the Women, the Family, the Legacy. We have with me, my girlfriends, my sister friends, all of that, Stacia and Astoria. We miss our other ones, so we do miss them. We can't wait until they return to us safely and rested and relaxed. Tonight, our topic, I launched some questions and we have a group chat, of course, and I launched some questions. And so I want to talk about women in leadership, power, and what we expect of our leaders. So, female governors. So, the other day, I had an opportunity to have a conversation with someone who has the potential to be the first Black female of Texas. And so, Astoria, I could not wait to talk to you about this because I cannot wait for us to have a dialogue with her. And that's on the schedule in the runway in the next 10 days. Okay. So I cannot wait. After this call, we need to talk. So my question is, what do we expect of our leaders in general? And do we hold our female leaders to a higher standard than male counterparts? Let's talk about it.
So first of all, I hold everybody to the same standard. I don't care if you white, black, green, man, woman, he, she, it, whatever pronoun you decide you want to be. You're all capable of doing the exact same thing. If a female can run a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar corporation, she can be a governor, just like a male can, or a president, or whatever it is you want to, whatever field you decide you want to be in. So I'm gonna hold everybody to the same standard. But I will say this, what I need you to do is what you say you're gonna do and not what you pretend you're gonna do. So don't come over here trying to get my vote or my support by saying the things that you say you're gonna do. Then you get in there and it's crickets. So the perfect example I can give is Kamala and Joe Biden went over there, tried to get all the Black votes and all the female votes and all this other stuff. Only thing I see them working on is LGBT stuff and everything else. I ain't seen nothing for no brown people, and I ain't seen nothing for no women, period. Don't be mad at me, be mad at your mama. No, sorry, I came through hot today. Don't blame
So
your mama.
so when that happens, how do we go about holding them accountable?
That's a good question. Now that they're in office, how do we hold them accountable? Because the people that are up there with them ain't holding them accountable either, which should be our state representatives and officials should be the people that are holding them accountable to what we elect them to, because that's what we decided we were voting for. But if they're not even being held accountable, how in the heck you think you're gonna hold the commander-in-chief accountable for anything that he do?
I don't think we have a culture of accountability, because we were talking about that before we started talking. So we may have the same expectation and standards of moral values. I mean, have some morality, give some actual concrete examples of your vision and action plan. I don't think people actually, they may have an expectation of a high standard, as you mentioned, Astoria, no matter who it is. But culturally and by our behavior and actions, we actually don't expect much from them because we never have gotten it. You can probably count on one hand the people who actually are true leaders and not just placeholders in whatever office or position that they're in. That's been my observation. And I think that what I think you may be leading to, Onedia, is to talk about how do you actually then start to shift this culture of low expectations.
We need to do that as well.
Talk about the accountability. They talk about it. They talk about transparency. Those are all nice buzzwords, but very few people do it. And in the political arena, the standards are low because we don't expect nothing out of none of them. But then on the other hand, we do have a possible different expectation from people who are so-called leaders in a business. If they're the CEO, male, female, or whatever, as Astoria says. And then we also have different expectations of so-called leaders. And we talk about bet on black. I'm gonna be probably gonna sound critical and harsh. Don't mean to, but just my observation. In the church, we have we let men off the hook, off of missteps, and women we don't. That seems to be my experience and observation. And I say that going back all the way to certain cultures. I remember having a conversation with my grandmother. I was probably 12 years old, and I was asking her. And by the way, I read the Bible. I read it 3 times all the way through. But I remember asking her at around 12 or 13, why did this girl have to come up to the front of the church and apologize to everyone for getting pregnant, but the man wasn't there? And she didn't actually have an answer for that, because I said, I do need to go back and remember the passage, but whatever Bible passages is, they're very specific about who you have to go ask forgiveness from, depending on who you quote unquote sinned against. I said, it's not proper for the girl to have to come up to the front of the church because she didn't sin against them. A whole group of people, how are they passing judgment? And the guy, she didn't get pregnant by herself. So did anybody. And so I say that to say that connected as to leadership, that seems to be how we also relate to men and women in leadership. But then as soon as the woman makes a misstep, we're throwing rocks at her instead of trying to figure out what kind of help. And then it's harder for women to actually form alliances to get the help and support that they need to carry out a vision that they may have. And that's exhausting as a woman leader, to have very few people you can trust, most of all, even women, that you can't trust. So I don't mean to say that in a negative way, but I'm speaking again to the difference between having a standard for everybody and then actual follow through on how you, I'm talking about the Black community, making people accountable to what they say they are or who they are and what they plan to do in the position they're in.
Well, I think part of that,
it.
Yeah, I think part of that goes back to, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but part of that goes back to the way we are culturally raised. I'll put it that way. And so, I mean, you mentioned, you know, the biblical stuff and things like that. And so I think a lot of times we use that as the catalyst or like what the standard should be, when in actuality, you know, that's not the all saying thing, right? We may believe that, but other people don't believe that, or this, right? So I can't hold someone to that standard, but in the Black community, right? It's like, if God said it, Jesus said it, if it's in the Bible, that's what it is, right? It ain't wrong. When, if we really go back and look at history, you know, and just kind of actually reevaluate things in life, we got a lot of this stuff wrong, and your oppressor is the person that gave you that little Bible that you wanted to read. So if you decide that that's the only thing you want to read, then you have now a biased opinion or a biased thought process because you only read one thing. I done read the Bible, I read the Quran, and I read part of the Torah. All I can say is the principles are the same, right? But some of the things are different. So you can't just say it's one way because Bible said it's that way. And I think until we can culturally agree to disagree or allow religion not to play a part in our thought process and actually look at the basis of the foundation of things and on people's character, their morals, things like that, not religious, I think then maybe we can get somewhere, not even just as a Black community, but as a culture.
Humanity, that's right.
As humanity, yeah. But it starts with us though. Until we change it. Right now there's a big spiritual movement, especially among my generation. And I'm just gonna say it this way. It's not that we think that our parents taught us wrong. It was, this is the only thing you gave us. And we are more intuitive and we're like, some of this don't make sense. So let me go research and find on my own. And so now everything is considered spirituality. Like I was raised Christian or Baptist, whatever you want to call it, right? But that is not my belief. I believe that our religion serves a purpose. Whatever path you choose to choose is one you choose to choose, okay? That's up to you. But I'm not gonna fault you for being who you are, but I don't use that as the way I make decisions because they said, it's like, no, there was other things before this one thing that said we had to make these decisions. So,
yeah. Of course, that's the difference between religion and spirituality. So I grew up, actually, I tell people I am spiritual because this conversation on Nita bleeds into cultures or cultural background of chauvinism, sexism, and all of that bleeds into how we relate to one another, just as she just described. I grew up actually in a Presbyterian church where we had women ministers. I didn't know that there were people who didn't think women couldn't be ministers.
Yeah.
You know, and of course I found that out. I know that's the Baptist culture and all that kind of thing. But to kind of tie this back to your first question about how do you make them accountable or whatever, I have a lot of major respect for Jimmy Carter for this one thing he took on. You know, he teaches Sunday school at Plains Baptist Church in Georgia. But he also took on the Southern Baptists because he said his Bible doesn't tell him that women can't be preachers. And he went through the system, if you will. He said, show me where it says that, because I don't see why they can't. And they still said, nope, they can't. So he actually left. He officially, their church left the Southern Baptist Convention. And so I think that's actually an example of how do you make people accountable. I think you do address it. You know, he's known for, if you go to this presidential library in Georgia, he has a whole section on the peace pacts that were made while he was president. And that's hard work to actually try to find something that very different and opposing people disagree on, find something that they will agree on and still try to go forward. And I think that's an exceptional example of learning how to do that and being willing to fight through, because there's a lot of setbacks through the peace talks for sure. That's just one example, but I think this applies in how we would make people accountable. We have to do kind of the stories. We need to go talk to these people, say, look, but I think the problem is there's not a clear way sometimes to be able to get in front of the person. You mentioned the president and vice president. How do you get audience with them to even?
We got to use the tools we have. We have tools. We have social media. We have writing. We have emails. We have things like that. We have writing our Congress people. We have tools to get them and get their attention. We should use the tools we have. You know, like I said, I started this conversation because, again, I talked to the young lady who wants to be the governor of Texas. And, of course, immediately I thought about 5 people. And amongst those 5 people, Astoria was at the top of that list. I said, I cannot wait for us to have this conversation. I was most impressed by the fact that she called me back. I left word. I left my number. She phoned my phone. If you are serious about what you do, then you've done that to me. You picked up the phone and called my phone. And so for me, like you said, no lip service, no promises you can't deliver on. Tell me what the secrets are. Tell me what's behind the veil. Tell me what I'm looking at. Tell me what I need to know. And at that particular point, we're dealing with, what does it take to help support her? What do we want from our leaders? I don't think we know what we want from our leaders. We don't have a list. Hey, if you ask me what I want from you, I need to give you a sticky note, an index card, a big sheet of paper. I need to give you something that says, this is what it is that I need and want from you. This is what it is. And right now we don't have that. I have that. I just got my copy.
But it gives the agenda. that's what we all do need to coalesce on, something specific. When you say we don't know what we want, we've got to form those coalitions and collaborations that clarify that.
The issue though is none of us will, I mean, I'm just going back to you saying with Jimmy Carter doing peace agreements. None of us can agree that all of these things are the things that we want, because I'm just going to break it down like this. You got the bourgeois of the Black people that are like, well, we don't have those issues and we don't understand why, because they want to be with them, right? Then you have, you know, your middle class that are like, okay, we want these things, but we also understand, you know, there are other people that are suffering, blah, 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 whatever, right? There's other things in the middle that we want. And then you got people like me, or people, I'm not poor, right? But people like me, when I say me, I just mean like people that's like, we tired of this foolishness, when we gonna fix it, right? And so they don't like any of the narratives. Like for the bourgeois, I'm too up close and personal in your face. I'm too aggressive. She aggressive. She an angry Black woman. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. I'm just passionate. And when I speak, I speak. It is what it is, right? And I don't think we have enough men that understand that women can be just as passionate about things as they are and can support on the same level and do the same thing. So until us in the Black community get on one page, or I'm just like people of color, period. So anybody that got a dab of melanin in them, I don't care if you're Native American, Indian, whatever, until you understand, right, that we all are more powerful together than we are against each other, we ain't never gonna be able to agree, because we all sitting here like, well, no, we should do it this way. And no, well, they should just work harder and they're afforded the same opportunities. No, we don't all have the same opportunities. Some of us don't know no better because we aren't shown any better. And until somebody show us better, or we think outside the box to know better, We don't understand. So, I mean, we can have the agenda, we can say what we want, but again, the bourgeois don't want some stuff that us over here like, we don't want that. That's foolishness.
We'll be right back with Bet on Black, the women, the family, the legacy. After this message, stay tuned.
Hi, so this is a testimonial for DJ the Money Coach. First of all, I got one of the best packages that you had, so that was A1. I love the team. They have really come through. You were amazing as a coach. Every week you showed up on time. Every single week. And trust me, I've been in a lot of courses, a lot of classes, spent a lot of money. And unfortunately, some people don't do what they say that they're going to do as a coach.
Hello everybody, my name is Terry. I recently just linked up with DJ the Money Coach, and he's been very helpful, gave me a lot of information, told me how I could turn my personal credit into business credit, also showed me how I can pay for a personal vehicle through my business and corporation setup, and also set me up with Melvin to help me actually put together a will, a power of attorney, a Roth IRA.
I definitely would highly recommend DJ the Money Coach. He's very personable. He's actually real. He actually does meet with his clients. You know, I'm happy for that. And he actually has a team that he works with that, you know, that are actually real. They do call people, so they will call you. So that's kind of why I want to rock with DJ the Money.
Well, that's going to be the old playbook, and it's going to be safe and regressive.
Yes.
And so you end up in a lot of times, because I'm in that older group, I just turned 60. But you end up being by yourself if you're in the age of, they tell you to go get a degree, go to college, get a degree, and go work for 20, 30 years, then you can retire. Well, you can't. It turned out to be a lie, and it was one all along.
Who was the person that told y'all that lie? You see what I'm saying? This go.
Well, it was our parents who thought they were doing better. And I'm not necessarily thinking that that's bad, good, or indifferent. My point is, and we've talked about this before, we've got to learn how to talk to all generations and get below the surface of the conversations and topics you just brought up.
Right. So maybe when we were first coming out of slavery, right, the goal was we got to get an education so that we can do things and to do work in order to be a doctor, a lawyer, like those whatever types of things that people want to be in. But at the same time, they left out all the creatives, are people that work with their hands and people that actually do stuff, and made it seem like that wasn't good enough. I'm not saying everybody, I'm just saying in general, when you think about, especially my profession, I would give my profession as the example. In my profession, I'm not looked at as professional. I'm just it's like, oh, you're a barber, you're a hairstylist, you don't make no money, you don't do nothing. Okay, sure I don't. Whatever makes you sleep better at night, okay?
But let's try to live without y'all. Let's see how that works for you. Because I promise you I can't. I'm not going to live without you all. I'm not doing that.
Right. But y'all learned that during the pandemic though, right? When we all got shut down, I don't know, I could pull up all the DMs and messages like, you not going to the salon? I'm like, excuse me.
No, I knew that before the pandemic. No, ma'am. I knew that before the pandemic. No, don't blame it on me, the pandemic. I'm a single people who have commented prior to the pandemic. Not me. I don't, excuse me, don't, no. There's the 90% of us know better. The 90% of us that know better, I speak for them. We knew who to salute the flag to. We knew.
The 80% of y'all, I ain't even gonna say 80. I'm gonna say it might be 50-50. I'm gonna say the 50% of y'all that appreciate us, right? That actually appreciate us and appreciate what we do. There's a whole nother community out there that's like, oh, she's a hairstylist. Like, you wouldn't believe how many times, I mean, yes, I do hair and that is what I'm known for, but I do so much more than that. And so I can't tell you how many times I've had to like fight in rooms to be like, yo, like, I can do the same stuff that y'all talking about. I have a whole degree. I just don't talk about it. It doesn't matter. Like, and honestly, I went to school, but the stuff that I learned in real life, I learned from my dad, who's an entrepreneur, who has no degree. So my thing with that is saying like a certain way, and our parents were thought that during that time, it was best for you to follow the path of go to school, get a good job, go work for somebody, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, they might have worked for about 20 years. After it no longer worked anymore. Why? Because the white people infiltrated the school system anyway and made sure that your school didn't matter anyway and figured out how they could network and make sure that your HBCU or whatever you went to, your degree didn't even really matter. So it's just now becoming a thing like, oh, I'm proud that I went to HBCU. Look, all these new celebrities and football players is going to HBCUs and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not even about the education no more. It's not about that path. The path to getting to I want to retire or I want to live a good life has nothing to do with having an education anymore. And until older Black people understand that, which I feel like there's a lot that are coming along and I appreciate that. But there's still a lot that are like, nah, baby, you need to go to school so you can be a nurse and you can do this and do that and that, you know. So I think it's a toss-up, right? I appreciate my older generation that's with me. Like my mom is 67. Oh no, she's 68, girl. 68, 69, something like that. I don't know how old mommy, I'm old. Blessed and highly favored. But she be right there with me, okay? She has been to all kind of stuff that I have been to, fighting with me on the sidelines. She may not 100% agree, but she sees the progression and she's like, the way we did it is not the way it's gonna work, right? Like we can't just we gonna sit at a lunch counter and change so we can vote, or we gonna march down the road. Like that's not how we do it anymore. It doesn't even work like that. Social media is so vast now that, like you said, we can use our technology to reach these people. But the other hand is, even though we reach out to them, that doesn't necessarily mean we can hold them accountable to anything. Because I've seen tweets and all kind of stuff go viral, but that didn't never change anything. And you can use the perfect example of the stuff that happened with George Floyd and every other person that happened thereafter since we've been able to see it. Not every single thing has worked out in the favor the way we wanted. Yes, he got convicted, but how much did you have to go through just to get that man to get arrested, or just to get one little simple thing? Like, how much social media did you have to use? How much of your power did you have to use? It's exhausting to have to do so much every single time and nothing even changes. Nothing.
And you may not get much. Exactly.
You like this much and then you like.
But do you quit doing it?
No, you don't quit.
Okay.
No. I'm not saying
quit pursuing it. But no. I will say this to you, Astoria. I want you to be encouraged about the people that you're encouraging, because again, like I said, I don't know how much you glean from what you learned about me thus far, but do understand that I'm a person who, if I tell you, I think we should do such and such, or if I tell somebody something about, hey, look, like this governor situation, I told somebody about her 2 months ago. They haven't done anything. So now I'm telling somebody again, but this time I'm inviting y'all to the call. I'm a host. And that way I know it's done and I know we're going to take care of it. Because for me, it's a situation where we need to get about our business. And I don't like to do a lot of things politically, not because I can or don't want to, but it pulls me into a whole nother arena where I have to be on it. And this right here is dynamic, but this right here can also be dynamically reckless. I can do some thinly sliced cuts and eats. And when you get home, you're like, dang, I am bleeding profusely. Why is this bleeding? And so I try to get it under. And so my debate skills are supreme. So I don't know.
Right. Well, so I would say I'm on board with her being the first whatever, but I'm gonna say this. I'm very optimistic person, but I got to be realistic with this one. Okay, like real realistic. We barely make the stuff happen in Texas. I mean, just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. As blue as Houston is, and as blue as Austin and San Antonio and Dallas can be, we got some rural damn countries in Texas that ain't gonna let no Black woman at all be nothing. Okay, nothing. And I say that with all due respect to that woman. I would love to see her do. I mean, if Georgia can't get Stacia in there, I know Texas ain't got no damn hope. I'm sorry. Texas is crazy. Like, they is ignorant. Like, ignorant. And it's not enough. It's not enough of us. Even if there was enough of, I feel like there could be enough of us, but there's so much riding against us with not just her being running, right? All the voting stuff that they had, you know, suppressing the vote, all the new stuff that just passed with foolishness, you know, we can't have early voting anymore. It can't be open past this time. Like, just little things that people are not even paying attention to. And what does that do? It makes it harder for us, because we the ones that's working all the time. They can't go stand in the line for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, because we might lose our jobs, right? In order to vote for that person. And if they, you know, bringing up old votes from, you know, people been dead since 1975, like, what do we really stand a chance? And that's the reality of what we face in Texas. Like real talk, that's really the reality. I would love to entertain everything. I would fight for somebody as long as they fight for what I'm wanting to fight for, no matter, you know, what their skin color was, right, or their nationality was. But Texas, I don't know, Miss Onedia, you know, you live here. You know we
No, but I want to fight.
I want to fight.
I want to get in a dog fight.
Can we fight until never mind, I ain't gonna say that. I'm about to be real mean.
I want to fight. I'm in the mood to fight. That's the problem. I got in the mood to fight. So, you know, I just want us to get into a place where we are able to position ourselves, to articulate what we need from our leaders. And it's time. We don't have a list. I want someone to walk up to me and say, what does it take to earn your vote? Hold on, let me get you a sticky note out of my purse. Here's your copy. I want a stack of sticky notes that say, here they are. I worked summer school for my school this year, and I told my boss, I told my summer school principal, this is what I said to him. I said, I am no longer going to let my lack of respect for non-leaders in leadership positions be a secret. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not going to any longer let my lack of respect for non-leaders who are sitting in leadership positions be a secret. I'm not following you anywhere, not to the watering hole, not to pick up my paycheck. I'm not following you anywhere. I'm going to let it be known that I do not respect you. You are not a leader. You are a manager, a babysitter, a handholder, whatever your title is. I will not follow you anywhere. I will not respect you. I'm not going to repeat your attendance. I'm not going to do any of those things. And I told him, I said, I have worked for a lot of people, and you're one of the very few that I will do anything for, because you've done things that I've never seen other people who claim to be leaders do. And so for that, I respect you. And he was like, wow. He said, that means so much to me. I said, you're right. It should, as it should, because I'm not missing any words. I think that Stacia can tell you for sure that, we get a certain age, so I'm just not going to keep my tongue and I'm not going to hold my peace anymore. Well, I think I auditioned early. I turned it in.
I like
early.
that.
I'm going to do it early. I'm not going to do it late anymore. I'm not going to wait. I haven't probably ever waited, but I was going to act like I did, and I'm not. So I want a stack of sticky notes that say, oh, here you go. You process this right here in the back. My contact information on the back. And you call me when you get the list worked out. Let me know how it worked out for you. Because until then, I am done with you believing that you've done something when you've done nothing. So I just, that's where I'm at right now. So, like I said, I talked to her and I felt confident enough to offer her to us. But right now, we're down to the lesser of evils. She's not. I don't feel like she's a lesser of evils. So again, I was very frank with her that Sunday morning. I was very open, honest and frank.
Did you know her before you just got introduced to her?
Well, you know what? Interestingly enough, we were friends on Facebook.
Huh. Okay.
And I'm friends with 4,000 people I do not know intimately. Like, I don't know you. But
you see how y'all just friend people all willy-nilly? That's why I got so many friend requests. I don't know you. You can't be my friend.
But see, here's the deal. But against Astoria, it goes back to that influence. I told you, you specifically need to work on that. You might need to have 2 pages. The page for the people that's intimate with you, you know them by their phone number, you tell them what you're doing at the barbecue. But those people who you influence, because influencers are people who change things. And
that's what Instagram is for. If y'all want to follow me, y'all can follow me on Instagram because I ain't got to follow you, babe.
Well, this was before the IG was a thing when I decided all that right there. But I mean, you know, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I think I'm at the place where I am super intentional about the people that I follow, what I want in my space. I curate what I look at on my Instagram, what I want to see. I haven't even gotten my Facebook back yet. I tried to get it back today. It didn't really work like I wanted to. So whatever. I'm just very intentional about the people around me. And my whole thing is, if you need to know me, you're going to find me. And people find me all the time. So if I'm the influencer and I'm doing these things, trust me, I can connect people with all kinds of people because I know a lot of people, but I know them intimately, not from social media, but because I saw you face to face. And I'm really a big proponent of, if I don't see you, if I don't see your face, I'm not following you. I mean, you can follow me all day. No problem. You can follow me. That doesn't mean I'm going to follow you because.
Thanks for following me.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's because I saw you.
Okay, you did see my face. Okay.
I see, and I interact with you on a regular basis,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But if I saw you at a networking event, something like that, yes, I follow me. There's some people that I do follow because I like what they do. And then eventually the universe brings us together and meet in person, which is even more dope, right? But I'm just very intentional about what I do. I just don't allow certain things in my space. And that's probably why I am the way I am. And so I guess me not caring that whole say what you want to say thing, I missed the whole I'm supposed to wait till I turn 40, 50, 60, whatever. That thing hit when I was 6 or 7. I always been this blunt. I always say how I feel. I hurt people's feelings, but I don't try to hurt people's feelings. It's not intentional. And I tell people that all the time. I'm just blunt. Like, ain't got time to tell you no lie. Ain't got time to beat around the bush. Who got time for all that? Like, that's too much energy. I don't want to waste that much energy. I can't do it. Life is too short to be wasting energy on BS. So just be direct, say what you want to say, go on about your business. And that's what I need a politician to do for real. Like, not be a politician, but be direct and do what you say you're going to do. Period.
When they're in that space.
When they're in that space and when they're not.
Yes.
Yes. The best thing about a person is the same person you see on Instagram, you see my page and anything that I create, you know, when I get off Instagram, I'm still that same person. Like, I didn't make this up. This is really who I am. So that's who I want you to be. Like, I'm not this facade of like, oh, she's just, no. I share my good and my bad. Just like I didn't go on my trip. I shared on my page. Yo, I ain't go on my trip. I'm not talking right now. I'll talk to y'all later. Period.
I love that.
I'll let you know what happened later.
Love it. Yes. When you, and you might not. That's fine as well. Well, ladies, you know, I told you we scheduled spontaneity, so
Stacia is on it, baby.
She said we scheduled some spontaneity. I'm gonna work on that in my life.
It's straight up 8:01.
It's 8:01, baby.
But I'm just saying that to say, let's close by talking about how we carry this on to the next topic, or do we expand on this some more?
We can talk about that throughout the week. You think about it and let me know what you want to do. If it's still on your mind by Friday, then we'll definitely revisit on Tuesday. But I mean,
I'm interested in you all meeting this person and coming back and talking through maybe some thoughts after you meet this person as well. Astoria, it sounds like you're willing to meet her somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I'm willing to meet her. Matter of fact, you set up the time. I'm gonna make sure me and the whole Black agenda, I'm be like, Lloyd, so I met this girl, blah, blah, blah. Hey, better. Because
yes,
I will say is, I've said this before, when you go to the community meeting, your skin is your ticket in. So as long as she the right color, we good. Like, I didn't make that up. They did, okay? I didn't say that they did. I'm just telling you.
I love it though. I love it. I love it.
Your skin is your ticket in.
ticket
Not that
in.
we don't work with other organizations and not do other things, but
That's what I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it 100%.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. I'm on the people's side. I'm on your side. I get it. Well,
I
I'm
definitely
ready.
think we could continue the conversation though when Tanya gets back, because
Yes.
I love to hear her opinion, because I feel like most of the time she's sometimes opposite or gives the voice of reason. I'll put it that way, where I can
During the different perspectives, like a hologram. You're on this side, upside, downside,
right,
whatever.
right.
Okay, so what are y'all supposed to say when you're closing this out? Because both of you know that.
Okay. So I've been working on it. First of all, it's you all's ladies close. So tell us who you are and how we can find you.
All right, I'm gonna go first. So I go by Queen Astoria or Miss Story. You can find me on Instagram at Miss Story, so MS_STORI, or at DIM Queen Hair, so THEIAMQUEEN Hair on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, I'm Stacia Robinson with the BeneChoice companies, and I help companies and organizations modernize their benefits program, not just to keep employees and find them, but to have people have what they need access to. BeneChoiceCompanies.com. I am also on Facebook and Instagram, learning that a little bit better thanks to our dear Queen Astoria here. I'm trying to get into the game a little bit more and use it as a tool, just like you're talking about. We're going to curate people to influence, Onita.
Exactly. Because we do it. We just need to do it intentionally. Because
Yes.
I do respect the fact that she's intentional about people in her and her space. And I'm intentional about letting you watch me while I don't care about you being in my space. I do protect my peace at a whole nother level.
Listen, when I need to code switch, I will. This isn't the show for me to code switch, so you're gonna get all of me, okay?
I know, but you know, I just realized the other day I said I wanted to put on Facebook so bad. Are you still watching me?
Oh man,
From the cheap seats with no popcorn.
I think I'm gonna post that today. Let me just say I did today. Share this message. I'm sure y'all probably saw it, but I'm gonna share it again for the people that don't follow me on social media that haven't got there yet. But I said, people be envious for shit you can't control, like your vibe, the way you light up a room when you walk in, the way people love you, the way you bounce back every time. Baby, I'm just me.
That right there, that.
That's my girl. I
like
like
that on. Oh, she's not on Facebook. That's on Instagram. Okay, that right. I have to go like that. She's have to help me with that.
I'm just
well,
saying.
I am on.
I get to see her though, Miss Story.
I am Onedia Gage. You can find me on Twitter at Onedia Gage, Onedia Engage, on Facebook at Onedia Engage, on Instagram at Onedia Engage. So everywhere at Onedia Engage. You can find my books on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You also find those there. So we would invite you to enjoy a pom-pom lifestyle. There's plenty of money and peace of mind. We invite you to join us on the Beaches of the World Club. Beach, whatever your beach is. It may be a beach. It may be, wherever you drink your coffee, your porch, your veranda, your balcony. It may be your truck, your car, wherever your sanctuary is, your lounge, your chaise lounge. But we enjoy you. We invite you to do that with us. We are a part of 7 Series of Money at DJMoneyCoach.com. So reach out to us. Actually, Nick and Dale are in a webinar right now at this time. So, and look forward to new things to come from them. Because as the Chief Marketing Officer, that calendar is about to be big. And I'm having a beautiful time with it as well. So, Until next time, ladies.
Peace, love, y'all. Love it, love it, love it.
Hi, I'm DJ the Money Coach. Don't touch that dial. You want to become financially independent? You want to have consumer debt freedom? You want to have passive income, learn how to build a business, acquire real estate, and achieve the lifestyle you deserve in 2021? Well, hit that link below right now. We've worked with over 20,000 people in the past 2 decades, helping them become consumer debt free, increase their credit scores by 30 to 60 points in 30 days or less, and help them acquire businesses through real estate, taxes, and a network of experts just like me. So you'll get a complete 3-hour, 18-module course called Family Finance 101 that'll teach you A to Z how to become consumer debt free, credit worthy, and it put you in position to become a certified entrepreneur. We'll also give you a complimentary consultation with me that's a $500 value. Why would you want to do that? Because I have already achieved that, and I can help you achieve your American dream in 2021. Hit the link below, get the free webinar and the complimentary consultation, and I'll see you soon and wish you a pom-pom lifestyle that's plenty of money and peace of mind. Come join us.
Toledo Organic Tequila is so crisp, so incredibly smooth, it's simply in a category by itself. This is luxury. Life tastes better naturally, so should your tequila. This is Toledo. Enjoy responsibly. Visit ToledoTequila.com to get your bottle of Toledo Organic Tequila. Get a 10% discount on DJ the Money Coach by entering promo code MONEY at checkout. Again, that's ToledoTequila.com, promo code MONEY to get 10% off your Toledo purchase.